Good, ladies and gents, welcome to the MKL Pugilism Boxing channel, talking all things boxing. Remember to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, put that of course on all so you can get notified of all the latest activity, the latest blogs, whatever we drop on this channel, you'll be the first to know as soon as you put that thing on all. So without further ado, let's get into it. This weekend's action, it is the rematch, the fight that's been scheduled at least once or twice already, and finally we get it on. It's the Rumble in Gibraltar, or the Rock in Gibraltar, or whatever it's called, and that is a rematch between Dillian the Body Snatcher Whyte and Alexander Sasha Povetkin, and this is going to be taking place in just 2 days time. Time of recording is on Thursday, so yeah, this is just 2 days from now. And yeah, this is a crucial fight. This is a very important fight, specifically for the career of one Dillian the Body Snatcher Whyte, the lone wolf. And again, we can think about last time they fought. Dillian Whyte was bossing the fight. He was doing very well. He had Povetkin down at least, it was twice. He had him down twice. Good left hook he caught him with. And he was cruising. He was doing very well in the fight. And he just literally made a mistake there where he squared his feet up and ducked his head down, I think it was. And Povetkin, he just gave Povetkin that one opportunity that he needed to just land that beautiful uppercut, left uppercut. It wasn't a lucky punch, as David Hay said. It was a well-delivered punch. It was a well-timed punch. Povetkin just slipped in just as Dillian brought his feet back and squared his feet up, and he had his head down a bit, and Povetkin just slipped through, bang, left uppercut, ended proceedings, knocked Dillian Whyte out cold. So that is what happened last time. And this time, Dillian Whyte, he's brought in Harold the Shadow Knight, a guy who helped Lennox Lewis come back from his two KO defeats, the defeat to Hassan Ruckman, and I believe he was also, I think he was part of the defeat to Oliver McCall when Oliver McCall sprung the upset on Lennox Lewis, and he KO'd him, and McCall was mentally unstable and everything. But Harold the Shadow Knight is a guy who is used to helping guys, you know, specifically Lennox Lewis, come back from adversity, come back from difficult times. And I can see that Dillian Whyte and his team, Xavier Miller, who's also his new head coach, I can see that they've definitely been doing some research in terms of strengthening the team. Last time they brought in Dave Coldwell for the Povetkin fight, just to be part of the team, to help and to fill in the gaps where Xavier Miller's experience might lack. Coldwell's brought in to just build him up. And yeah, this time they've had Harold Knight. I believe he's been there through the whole of this camp. Whyte's been preparing in Portugal, doing his camp there, doing his training there. That's where he loves to reside. I think there's a lot less restrictions there, and that's part of the reason. The restrictions, I believe, is part of the reason why they had to do it abroad, because coming over here to England, Whyte was concerned about coming here and then losing 2 weeks of training and just having to stay in a single room. So with Gibraltar, it's going to be good. They're going to be having fans in attendance, and it's going to be a classic case of, is it going to be repeat or revenge for Dillian Whyte? And I think there's a lot of split opinion here. In my opinion, there's a lot of good reason to pick Alexander Povetkin in this fight. He's a wily veteran, and he's very slick. He's very clever with what he does, and he's very good at close range. With Dillian Whyte, obviously he's not perfect, and he does have certain flaws where he may allow a guy like Povetkin to get close. So there's good reason to sort of pick Povetkin in this fight. I think the fact of what he was able to do last time, the fact that he was able to get up from the knockdowns is kind of reason why I can see for people picking him. But for me personally, I'm thinking I'm only edging it to Dillian Whyte, but I'm thinking there's a lot of good reason to pick Dillian Whyte to win this fight, because I think he showed a lot of good positive signs in the fight. He showed a decent jab, and I think what he would need to do here in this fight is to vary the power of the jab, but use a kind of, I would say, use a powerful jab and try to snap Povetkin's head back with the jab. So the last fight, it was kind of a medium sort of, kind of softish jab, not a jab with much authority. And I think if he varies it a bit, take the hand out there a bit, and hit him with a hard jab, a powerful jab, not all the time because you don't want to be burning yourself out, but mix it up a bit, soft one, and then bang, hit him with a hard one. Give him something to really think about as he's coming in. And I think Whyte could be working on sort of, if he wants to win this one, work on sort of counter punching, trying to keep Povetkin at arm's length when he does get in close. As you see him coming in, throw your little straight short arm right hand, left hook. And I think Dillian Whyte should, even when it gets too close, I reckon Dillian Whyte should just tie him up. I think Whyte should just tie him up, and then make it all have to then, get stopped. And then you go back to the middle of the ring and try to keep it. In my opinion, he's got to really try and keep Povetkin at arm's length. And I think that's the way he's got to beat him. And he's got to also try and make the fight go into deep waters, make the fight go quite long, because I think the longer it goes on, Dillian Whyte being the younger man and the fresher man with the much shorter career, I think the longer the fight goes on, it's going to favour Dillian Whyte. So I reckon if he can do that, if he can keep him at arm's length, sometimes tie the man up as he comes in, use that jab as a hard punch. I hope he's been sort of working on his straight punches, and don't allow, I would say, don't allow Povetkin to get close, because that's where he's going to do his work. That's where he stands his best chance to win the fight, is if he gets close, if he gets sort of mid to close range. So for me, Whyte's got to try and use straight shots, keep him at range, hold him, try and catch him as he comes in with sharp counter punches, and then from there he can hopefully, I'm thinking hopefully he can sort of wear him out from there, and keep racking up the points, hurt him if he can again, and then maybe even if he does hurt him, jump on him, and then sort of try and get him out of there, I suppose. But I think if that happens at an early point in the fight, I would say be careful, exercise caution with that, because we know how dangerous Povetkin really is from close range. So I think for me, it's going to be a close fight. It's going to be very, very competitive. I think Povetkin's got a fantastic chance of winning this fight. I think you could even favour Povetkin, but I'm kind of agreeing with the bookies on this one. I think for me, Dillian Whyte, I favour him to sort of follow a good game plan all the way through, and I favour him to sort of outbox Povetkin, keep things long, not switch off, and not as long as he doesn't sort of square up his feet like he did in the previous fight, and he keeps it long. I think Dillian Whyte can sort of win this fight on points, or if he really is effective, if he really does nullify Povetkin, he may even be able to win this by late stoppage. But don't get me wrong, I would not be surprised if Povetkin pulls another punch out the bag, or Whyte may have a lapse or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised if Povetkin got it, but I think if Dillian Whyte can take it into deep waters, into the latter rounds of the fight, keep the fight long, don't allow Povetkin to be at the range where he does best. As long as he can sort of do those things, I don't see any reason why Dillian Whyte cannot win this fight. And I think I'm picking him to win more than likely on points, but I would say it's possible. He's got the punching power that he could even do it by a late stoppage. But I'm predicting that it will be a difficult fight. It will be a tough fight. But I'm saying, for me, Dillian Whyte wins this one. Let me know your opinion. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And until next time, this is MKO Pugilism over and out. Catch you on the next one.